Hey everybody, let me turn my light on. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tally Faye. Hope everybody's doing good. We sure have been thankful to get some of this rain. I'm glad the Lord brought it to us, man. It's just like overnight everything just busted open. You've seen blooms again and everything's green. It's just not the same as watering, is it? It's just not the same. And anyway, I'm just thankful for what we can get, and I'll take even more. But tonight I'm fixing us a dessert to go with our barbecue, and I thought I would make these little lemon squares. One of the reasons I wanted y'all to see these is how easy they are to make. On top of it, they're delicious. And not many people don't like lemon squares, okay? I mean, you've got people that don't like lemon, but very few, right? And these are one of the things that you should have everything, I believe. Let me look around. Yes, you should have everything in your kitchen. Pretty much, you should have everything in here that goes in the ingredients in this. The only thing you might be missing is the bottled lemon juice. And I try to keep that. I just keep a big old bottle of it on the refrigerator door, right? You know. So anyway, I'm going to show y'all how easy this is and delicious. And they are great, y'all, to take somewhere. If somebody calls up and you need to make something and you don't have nothing, and you're like, what can I make different other than, cake or cookies or even a pie? You make these lemon bars and see how they disappear. People will eat them up. So here we go. I've tried to get everything measured out, saving time here. So what I have right now for the crust, we've got to start out with the crust. I have my oven preheated on 350 degrees, okay? So I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I have 1 cup of melted butter. And y'all, some recipes I'll use margarine on. I do. I mean, it's so much cheaper and everything. And a lot of things it works just fine on. But it seems watery, the difference in it and butter. I guess because it's got water added to it. But some of these things, I want to use butter. So, if you can, in this recipe in particular, use real butter, okay? And I don't care if it's salted or unsalted. That part of it really don't matter to me. I don't ever see where it makes that much difference, y'all. But whatever. I don't even know which one I guess I have the salted. I'm not even sure. But back to what I was doing. 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 cup of melted butter, 2 sticks, right? And half a cup of powdered sugar. And now we're going to mix this stuff together, and I'm just using a fork with it. I'm going to go ahead and mix my powdered sugar in here and try to get some of the little clumps out of it there. Put it over here. We are just going to stir this up, and we're going to press it in the bottom of a 9x13 pan that I have greased. And I just sprayed it. I just sprayed it lightly. I mean, my goodness, that's a cup of butter, y'all. You wouldn't think the thing would stick, right? Let me get me a little whisk thingy and see if that'll get some of them sugar clumps out of there a little better. I want them to break down some. But this is, y'all, this is a perfect last minute dish for you to have to do, and all your friends and stuff will be impressed because they're so delicious. Okay, all right, I've got my flour and powdered sugar together, and I'm just gonna dump my cup of melted butter in there. And now just stir it around with this fork. Take your time with it. You don't try to be beating it up or nothing, just you want it to see it's getting thick. It's thick now where I can press it. I just want to make sure I have everything mixed up. Alright, that ought to work. That's simple enough, right? Now we're just going to press this. Let me taste of it. That ought to be good baked. Matter of fact, I'm positive it will. Okay, I have my 9x13. See, I got it sprayed. We're going to just take this and put it right in this dish. I'm just going to take my hands and press it out. I'm going to try to press it out as evenly as possible. It does not have to be perfect, because remember, you're going to cut this into squares anyway, so it don't have to be all pretty looking or whatever and stuff. You're going to dump that lemon mixture on top of it. We got to get it in here and get it baked up a little bit first. Just press it down in there. All that good butter in it. I'm going to kind of put just a little bit. It don't have to go up the sides of the dish, right? But I'm going to put just a little bit of a lip on there where it kind of seems like it'll hold that filling a little bit, right? Let's see if I can get it where I want it there. Just a little, not a lot. I don't know, that may even crumble off of there if I, get too much of it when we cut the squares. But there we go. Okay, let me wash this off my hands. Buttery. Okay. Now that's simple enough, right? We're going to take this and I'm going to pop it in the oven. Like I say, it's on 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake it for about 15 minutes, okay? And I'll be back and we'll do the filling. Okay, so that's been 15 minutes. And the glass is too hot. See, I've got it over here and you can tell. It's basically just par baked, right? So there's some little air pockets in it, but they're falling down. So now all we got to do is get ready and mix our filling. So here we are. I have 4 eggs, and we're going to slightly beat them a little bit. Okay, slightly beaten. Now we're going to add 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar, okay? I'm going to take that and beat that up a little bit. Okay, next I'm going to add, I've got in here, I want you to see it, it's just slightly less. It's slightly less than half a cup. I don't know what difference it would make. I mean, to me, you can't get it too lemony, right? But anyway, it's just a little shy of half a cup of bottled lemon juice in here. So I'm going to pour that in there. And I'm going to go ahead while I'm at it, and I have 1/3 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour, okay? I'm going to dump that in there. And while I'm at it, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I zested me a lemon because I like the lemon in it. I've got me a zested lemon in there. You don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. But now we're going to take this and okay, I feel like that's beaten up good enough. Get all that lemon zest off of them beaters. Get this out of my way. Get this dish over here. Booger's hot. So we have our par-baked crust in there, and now we're just going to take and pour this over it. Ever so gently, I guess, to try to, it'll spread out on its own. It's good and liquidy, right? I need some, let me see if I can get it with this. Get every bit of that out of there. Okay. There it is, y'all, to set in the oven. And we're going to bake that for 25 minutes. 25 minutes in the oven, and I'll get it out, and we will have to let it cool completely after I take it out of the oven. So I will come back after I've let it cool. I'll go ahead and bake it for the 25 minutes, or I'll let y'all know if it needed a different time. Ovens are different, remember that. But I'm going to do the 25-minute baking deal, get it out, let it cool, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to make the little glaze thing that goes on the top of it. But you have to let it cool completely before you put that glaze in there, okay? And we'll see you then after I've let it cool down and everything, and we'll put that on there. And we ought to be able to cut squares then and taste of it. Okay, y'all, it's time to make the little icing, what do you call it, frosting, glaze, I don't know, for the top of them. But see, I want you to see how pretty they bake up like that. And I had mine in there for 30 minutes compared to 25, but I think that was just my oven, right? You know, the way it worked out. But anyway, for this little glaze, that's what I'm going to call this, is more like a glaze. I have 1 stick of melted butter in this bowl. I've got a cup of powdered sugar. And believe it or not, this crazy thing, a teaspoon of milk. Okay? I'm going to put it in there. And 2 tablespoons of cold water will go in it at the end. So, I have to beat my butter, sugar, and milk for like 5 minutes on here. So, but I'm going to go ahead and show you. Put it down here like this. See, I'm just going to put my melted butter in there, my powdered sugar, and my teaspoon of milk. I just put it in a shot glass. I was like, okay, I can do this. Okay, there's a teaspoon of milk, right? And I'm going to beat this for about 5 minutes. So I'll turn y'all off until I get this beat, and then we'll add the water and put it on our lemon bars. Okay, I don't hardly have the patience to do that for 5 minutes, but apparently there is some significance to it, because about 4 minutes into it, it suddenly changed consistency. I mean, like that. It went from this thick, buttery, creamy thing to this real light, I don't know. Anyway, it became much, and I mean, it was like instant change. It went from one texture to another. So anyway, do what you want, I guess, you know, if you got the patience for it. Apparently it's important. Like I say, about 4 minutes into it's when it changed. So I was glad when the 5 minutes were over. Okay? So now, what we do is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water to it. One at a time. Of cold water. I don't think I can do that. I have to pick this up. Yeah, just cold water. It doesn't say like ice water or nothing like that. But do them 1 tablespoon at a time in here. One more. And we'll be done with that. Done, y'all. D-U-N. I'm done. Done with that. So all we got to do now is take it and we're gonna spread it over these bars. You see what I'm doing here? I'm kind of, boy, it's real thin and fluffy, that's for sure. I guess that's what that extra beading stuff was for. But it says for you to put this on there and give it a little bit of time to set so that the frosting part will kind of, in a way I think it's talking about it kind of candying like, kind of sort on there. We're just going to take it and spread it. I can smell these lemon bars, that's for sure. You ought to with all that lemon juice and then the lemon zest in there as well. And that's all you do. It's really easy, y'all. It does take a little bit of time because of the 3-step progress thing on it. Mainly the cooling time before you can do this. Otherwise, everything else clicks right along. But you have to let it cool before you put this on there. So see now, I'm not supposed to cut them until they're till this kind of sets up. It's kind of a I don't know. Tastes like a real light buttercream frosting almost. I guess it'll go down good with the lemon though. See? You can't see now with that. I wonder if that different light'll. Let me try this. That's a different tone. It still don't help. Anyway, I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut one. I got to do it. We're gonna see what these things look like. We got to know, y'all. We got to see how this turned out. I can't do all that and then not show y'all the... I don't like that when you don't get to see the end result of a cooking video. Alright? I want to know what it's going to look like. Okay. Get us a little fork here and dig that thing out. Let's see. Ooh, look at that, y'all. See the gooey in there? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It'll make you lick your fingers. Let's see here, y'all. Let me back up a little bit. Maybe you can see that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. They are worthy. Absolutely. I'm very pleased with this. You will be too. I'll tell you what, you make these and take them to some function or something or whatever, you're gonna be the hero. They're delicious, y'all, and they really are easy to make. So y'all give these a try, lemon bars, and Let me know what you think of it. Tell me if they were a hit at your family function or friend deal or wherever you went and took them, because they're worth taking somewhere to let other people eat them. You're gonna be surprised. So have a good one. Try these lemon bars, and I'll catch you next time around. God bless, and I love y'all in the kitchen with Tally Faye.